everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again with another view from the van, looking back over a busy transfer window. A transfer window Newcastle signed 5 players and were the biggest spenders in all of Europe. We didn't have to sign a 40-year-old striker from the Scottish Retirement League. No, Newcastle were really active, pushing, and it would and it could have been far a greater of a spend had some of the deals where we were nearly there been able to get finalised at this time, but for whatever reason it hasn't. Deals getting pushed back to the summer and all that sort of thing. But look, a transfer spend of around about 100 million puts us well clear at the top, and personally I feel a lot more confident about our chances of staying up than I did prior to the January transfer window happening. Like I touched on before, when have Newcastle got 5 players? When was the last time we went out and did that and spent serious money, not scraping about and you know, beg, borrowing and stealing type thing? When was the last time that Newcastle spent £100 million? Because I'll tell you something, it certainly was no time under that fucking ginormous piss flat Mike Ashley and his bunch of not so fucking merry men. It has been such a refreshing window, an exciting window. Players linked, you know, scouts and all over the place. You've had agents touting players, pushing players towards Newcastle. We've had super agents involved. We've signed international quality players. So many boxes ticked, you know, and it also makes you even more excited for what can come in the summer if we are able to cement our Premier League status this campaign, because you know there will be a major rebuild. This will be a drop in the fucking ocean compared to what will happen over the summer should we keep the Premier League status and we're not looking to, you know, obviously to fight back from the Championship. But like I touched on before, I'm pretty confident with these additions we will be able to keep our Premier League status. You've got to think, I think it's 21 points that we have thrown away in this first half of the season from winning positions. And if you take that into account and look at the signings that we've got, I think with those signings in, we wouldn't have lost the majority of those 21 points, and we'd be a lot more higher up in the table and we'd be a lot more closer to the 40-point mark. So I can see a method, you know, in the thinking, a method in the madness, if you will. We've got Eddie Howe in. He's had more and more time away, you know, with the players. He's taken the players away, and we've had a good January window. I mean, it started off, and I think a lot of Newcastle fans were just expecting a football manager style 10, 11, 12 players just coming in, but it didn't work out like that. But early breakthroughs for the likes of Kieran Trippier, and what a statement of intent that was from the owners, from the ownership, to be able to get somebody like him, England international, playing at the top of the game over for Atletico Madrid, to get him in and to start it off was absolutely fantastic. A definite future captain for Newcastle United. It's great to watch him in person. You can see him barking orders out, pulling players over, holding players accountable. I think his set pieces could be a major factor in an upturn as well for the second half of the season, so looking forward to seeing more and more of those. But look, he's a cracking defender. He's very mobile. He can get up and down. He's a confident lad. He's a winner, and he's coming in with the thing of we are going to stay up. So things I like to see. We then went and signed Chris Wood, which it's probably the most questionable of all the deals, you would say. But look, it weakened a relegation rival and it addressed an area that we were really short in at the time. You know, as a striker, you know, he scored double figures for the last couple of seasons for Burnley in a side that produces so little, so meagre, and doesn't create many chances. So look, I think once he gets up to pace, he gets his over his sort of fitness concerns and everything else that he's had since coming in, I think he will score goals for Newcastle, and I think he's a sensible appointment in the short term. And you've got to remember, we've got Callum Wilson probably only a few more weeks away. So I think with Callum Wilson back, and we've got Chris Wood and Dwight Gale there as your third choice, if you will. I think there should be enough goals from the striker areas again to be able to stay up, and that is the aim. Fourth bottom is the aim. Anything above that is a huge bonus, but fourth bottom, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Into the next one, and it was quite a wait, quite a while. I think people were getting a little bit confused, frustrated and stuff like that, but look, I think everybody who I spoke to was still 100% behind the ownership, and they were willing to give them anything that they wanted, including time, patience, understanding. Because look, at the end of the day, they freed us from that fucking tyrant that we were under for the previous 14 years, so they can have anything they want at the end of the day. But the next signing was absolutely monumental, because we signed Bruno Guimaraes, and to sign a Brazilian international, one of the very, very best midfielders, going to address a chronic need in our team in that middle of the park. It was fantastic. 50.1 million euros paid to Leon for his services, and I was just blown away, because as soon as the link came, I was like, look, somebody is going to come in for this lad. He is just simply too good. He's Champions League ready. It's like a Champions League ready-made meal. Just open, stick it in the microwave, bang, there you go. There's, you know, a player who could go into a Manchester United, a Spurs, a Chelsea, a Manchester City, any top team, and instantly improve them. So to be able to secure the deal whilst he's away on international duty, Steve Nixon and the recruitment team travelling to the other side of the world, and this is what I mean about the dedication and the attention to detail and the going the extra mile. It was a joy to behold, and I think a lot of that came around because of the relationship that Newcastle had built up with his agent over the Diego Carlos deal, which seemed to rumble on and on and on and on. Ultimately, we missed out on the lad. But yeah, the relationships with the agents were there, were good, were strong. We were able to bring in Bruno for a huge sum of money. But like I say, like I touched on, he addresses a major issue, because there's been far too many times this season that teams have just walked through our fucking midfield, and at the end of the day, I think he's going to help address that problem, because there was major, and again, me and Carl, we have joked on at the stadium, all of our goals we concede are either from the flanks or because they've just walked through midfield, and it is the areas that they have tried to address in this window. So it's fantastic to see you know, they're seeing what we're seeing, which wasn't always the case under the likes of Steve Bruce and his special coloured tinted glasses, clearly, that he wore once he was Newcastle manager. But yeah, to get Bruno in, unbelievable. He can play CTM, he can play number 8. He's got a fantastic range of passing, he can get stuck in. He really is the complete deal. I said before in my previous video, he's like Cheick Chiote and Johan Kubai combined. He offers both defensive and attacking capabilities. I think he needs to add more goals through his game. I think he's capable of adding more goals through his game, but I can't wait to see forward passing from midfield from Newcastle. It'll be absolutely a joy to behold. I can't wait for this next game coming off against the Scouse Mackhams on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday night? Oh, it's coming up next week. I can't wait. I literally cannot fucking wait to see it. So no doubt the fact that we've also got another Brazilian in the centre of the park in Big Joe Linton will also help with adjusting to you know, lifestyle, adjusting to new surroundings. To have somebody who can speak the lingo and get you settled in really quickly is going to be a massive plus. So a big pair of Brazilian beauties in the middle for Newcastle United moving forward. And like I said, that was right towards the end of the window, and Newcastle followed that up. Like I said, I touched on before, we missed out on the lad from France, Kete or whatever he's called. Young 19-year-old, we were willing to pay big money for him, agreed the deal, everything sorted, but you know, he's a 19-year-old lad. He didn't really want to leave home yet, didn't want to take that step, but I think it's one we will address again in the future. He's been labelled as the next, you know, the next big thing and stuff like that. So no doubt our scouting, you know, department and our new director of football, which is due to be announced very, very shortly, will be all over it like a fucking fly, sticking to it. So no doubt that again we've left a good impression. We've gone about it the right way, respectively. So again, in the summer that deal may be readdressed. and we've not damaged the situation by reacting unprofessionally or anything else like that. And you've got to be impressed. We've got an inexperienced ownership team, and they've come in, but they've operated in such a good way that's impressed agents and other clubs, that we are able to build up relationships where previously it was like Mike Ashley would turn up, offer you half what you were asking for, and then do a shit in your hand and ask you to clap. That's how we used to operate, but there's none of that now. Everybody has spoken so well about Newcastle and the new ownership from the other clubs that we've done business with and we have spoken to. That is fantastic to hear, because you want our football club, you want to be proud of our football club and how it operates, in the wider scope of things. And a joy to behold. But it took us into the last day, like I said, the last day of the transfer window, and it was a busy one at Newcastle. A couple of players going out, but I'm more concentrated on the players who have come in. And starting off, Matt Targett. Now, I was surprised at this one, because I think he was Villa's Player of the Year last season. Cracking left back, a recognised left back, and I think this says a lot about what he thinks about what Eddie Howe thinks about the other fullbacks in the squad. Paul Dummett just can't stay fit. I mean, his mind and everything else is in the right place. He clearly wants the best for the club, but his body continuously lets him down. So we needed to have insurance, and insurance we got. I think Matt Targett is a fantastic addition, loan with a view to a permanent deal. So he comes in, he does well, he impresses. We stay up, and I think we bring him in, and that'll be a cracking piece of business by the club, to be honest. So yeah, brilliant that. And then they followed that up as well, right towards the squeaky bum time of the transfer window. We were like, is this going to get done? Is this going to get done? But we brought in, 6'7", absolute colossus, local lad who's done a little bit of a tour, around clubs. He was released by Newcastle. He went through Darlow, Fulham, I think. He's gone on loans to various other different clubs, got his chance, got up to Brighton, has Premier League experience, and he's going to offer so much. I'm pleased with the signing. It isn't the Sven Botman, which was really my ideal defensive target, no lies about that, and I've not hidden it on previous videos. I think he's a cracker player, Sven Botman. But Dan Burn, again, he can offer a lot. He can cover at the left side of defence, on the left back side if need be. He's also got left foot, so again offers you that balance in your defence that you're looking for. He's huge. This doesn't help defensively at the back to be able to defend, because again we've given away how many fucking soft goals from crosses. And then offensively, you've got Trippier knocking in free kicks, corners and the likes, so that is going to give him a huge target to be able to aim at. So and he gets it as well, and that's a big thing for me. He's a local lad. He gets what it means. He knows the importance of keeping the club up in the Premier League. He's ready-made. He's ready to come in, hit the ground running, and to be able to deliver from very, very, very early on. So again, delighted with the business. You cannot argue against it. He fixes a need that we've got in the squad, and that is what I like about all the signings that we've got. We've not just made it. It's not lucky dip. It's not because they're cheap. It's not because they're free. It's not because we're doing a favour for somebody. We're getting players in to fix problems, and it doesn't care about the financial side of it. We identify the player and we bring them in, but we do it in a professional manner, in a business-like manner. Yes, I think we could operate a little bit quicker. Some of the deals just seem to go on and on and on, and then ultimately some we took a while and couldn't get over the line, as it were. But look, we can come back to those, because like I said, we've done things in the right way. We've not shit on anyone's fucking doorstep. That is for certain. So all in all, really, really good. We were hoping, I think, as well, to do a deal with Jesse Lingard, but we all know, because of the situation at Manchester United, they were left a little bit short in the attacking areas. So I think Manchester United have said, look, we will just keep you for the last 6 months. He'll then come on a free transfer, and you've got to think that we stand a fantastic chance to be able to get Jesse Lingard again in the summer. In the summer is going to be huge, because you've already had Sven Botman coming out talking about the project, talking about he was excited about it, and that he may look at that in the summer. You've got Diego Carlos, who was very, very keen on coming, again looking towards the summer now, and you've got Jesse Lingard, who again could have been here. So all in all, absolutely fantastic. Let me know what you think about the transfer window down below. In the meantime as well, don't forget to subscribe, like the page, and yeah, looking forward to next week and to seeing all these new players back, and especially Bruno Guimaraes, probably the signing for us for this transfer window. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.